What's up guys, it's Red back once again. Now it's been a crazy couple of days, as I'm sure you've heard of. As you can see from the title, I do want to talk about the possibility of some of the DLC characters. However, the theories I do want to discuss involve some of the data that was data mined from the game. Now it's mostly spirit information with some tidbits from other spots as well. Now I know not everyone is into that kind of stuff and I understand, so this is essentially a warning. I will be talking about that data in this video briefly, so if you do not want to hear anything about that, I'm going to give you a couple seconds from here on to leave the video before we get into the topic. Okay, so if you're still here, I assume we're good to go. Now these particular characters were nowhere necessarily on my radar before info about spirits in particular came out. So the first character I want to talk about is Porky from Mother. Now the interesting thing about this guy is he's nowhere to be found in the game. And that's pretty intriguing because Porky has been in the past two Smash games in some form. He was a vital boss in Smash Bros. Brawl, and in Smash 4 he was included as a Smash Tour item as well as having a regular trophy. However, this time around the Porkster is conveniently missing from the entire game. And to me, that's pretty odd. For someone to have a role in two Smash games in a row and then now be missing, not even getting in as a spirit? We literally have over 1,000 spirits in the game. Porky suddenly isn't worthy enough even for a PNG image after having more important roles 2 games in a row? Something just seems off about that. Now, it's worth noting that the absolutely safe capsule is coded into the game as a spirit. Now, the thing about that is it could very much be an Easter egg for any Mother fans out there. Porky does have a history with this capsule, so this could be a colorful nod from Sakurai and team. It's honestly really hard to say one way or the other. But evidently, next year is actually the 30th anniversary of the Mother series. There have been rumblings for the past few years of a Mother 3 localization. However, nothing has become of it, and many expect that it will actually never happen. But that would be quite the entrance to have both Mother 3 localized and Porky in Smash to promote that new game. It's definitely a long shot, but I can also see it kind of happening in some, bizarre alternate universe. It makes sense for Nintendo to utilize Porky to promote the localization, as Mother is still one of those obscure series out there that is by no means considered mainstream. Any type of extra promotion they could scrounge up for the game would be a welcome boost for the sales. Now, Porky still does have another fate that could be awaiting. There is still the potential of free DLC bosses and maybe even free DLC spirits in the future. I don't think it's unreasonable that Nintendo may do something like that, and Porky could definitely re-seize his role as a boss. Either way, I think it's quite strange that he's missing entirely and should definitely be something that you should be watching out for. Now next up is Sylux. Again, like Porky, this is a character that has no mention anywhere in the game at all, and that is again rather strange. Now for those of you who haven't beaten Metroid Prime 3, close your ears. This is going to be another spoiler warning for you. Sylux is a character that shows at the very end of that game, and it is heavily implied that he will be a vital part of Metroid Prime 4. Now, most should know by now, Metroid Prime 4 is probably getting a release next year. It is without a doubt going to be one of their biggest releases of 2019. Sylux could easily be thrown in for, again, promotional aspects to get people to buy into Metroid Prime 4. Now, how big exactly is the Metroid Prime series in particular? Well, this series has combined to sell over 7 million units across the various games, and Prime sales in particular is responsible for almost 50% of the sales for the entire Metroid franchise. So people really love their Metroid Prime. Now, not only would Sylux give people another Metroid character, it would bring in another antagonist or villain type character, which Smash Bros is still definitely lacking in that department. Nintendo would be killing multiple birds with one stone by adding Sylux into the game. Now personally, I think Sylux is a bit more likely than Porky. Porky may hinge on a Mother 3 localization or something being done with the series, but we already know Metroid Prime 4 is coming. It's a fact. So again, I think this is a character that people should be looking out for as a possible DLC Dark Horse choice. Now the next character is probably going to cause some eyes to roll. We're talking about Poochie from the Yoshi series. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on Red, how the heck is freaking Poochie gonna get in as DLC? But let's look at what we know. Now it was revealed that Poochie does in fact have a spirit in the game when it was datamined, but weirdly enough it's not just the regular Poochie spirit. It's specifically listed as Yarn Poochie from Woolly World. Now why would that be so? Yoshi himself does have multiple spirits in the game, one of them being the Crafted World spirit, which the game, as you know, isn't even out yet. We've already seen Poochie in the Crafted World gameplay, and he seems to function and operate pretty much the same way he has in the series prior. So why wouldn't they elect to use the Crafted World Poochie as well instead of the Yarn Poochie? But it doesn't just stop there. Yoshi's Woolly World was conveniently missing from the stage list. Now, some people were under the assumption that this might have something to do with the stage morph setting, but another possibility is Sakurai could have taken it out and be replacing it with a Yoshi's Crafted World stage for release alongside Poochie. That seems to make quite a bit of sense to me. Sakurai would have known the DLC were coming with the stage included, so he could have made that decision. Now again, this would help Nintendo out in multiple ways if they chose Poochie, because it provides them once more with a character that would be able to promote one of their other games that are debuting in 2019. Yoshi's Crafted World would get a slight boost for sure, and when you look at the facts, Yoshi is the only character from the original starting 8 that is a solo rep for his franchise. That's a bit of a lonely spot and a bit of a disservice for someone in the original 8. It might be time to fill that void with another Yoshi character, and Poochie would make sense from a marketing standpoint for them. Now again, I'm not out here saying Poochie or any of these other characters are a definitive spot lock for DLC, but I can see some of them being dark horses if Nintendo tries to go sideways with these DLC picks. We still have no idea what they're going to do with this DLC pack, and we likely won't be able to form an opinion on that until we see at least the first 2 of them revealed. It's still anyone's guess how they're going to play this. It shouldn't be underestimated just how many Smash fans out there have A, already bought the Fighters Pass blindly, and B, who would still buy all of the DLC characters even if they didn't like them. And there are multiple reasons for that. One side just being the people who are completionists and collectors who like to have every single achievement and character in the game. The rare hunters, if you will. And then there are those who will buy all the characters strictly because it's important for anyone who wants to play competitively, as you never know what character is going to be good or what character you will have to face in competitive play, so having that matchup knowledge will be vital. So I think the fact that people out there will buy all of the DLC regardless of who it is will definitely leave Nintendo feeling confident and a bit more free with whoever they feel like putting in. A character like Poochie, right? I mean, you may be thinking, come on, who the heck would buy Poochie? But I'm sure if someone told you that about Piranha Plant months back, you'd probably be saying the same thing about that. Who would buy Piranha Plant? But the reality is people are now drooling over Piranha Plant, and it's one of the most hyped characters leading into Smash Ultimate, whether you like it or not. So it literally just goes to show you that people can and will buy anything if it's presented right. Many people out there have no idea who the heck a character like Poochie is, but he could come out of the gate with the cuteness factor and immediately grab some people's attention. And then if he has an awesome killer moveset, boom, there's another section of people that will be on board. And then all of a sudden, you've got people foaming at the mouth for Poochie. And then some of those sales get transferred over to Crafted World, and so on and so forth. So I can definitely see Nintendo taking an experimental and promotional approach with these choices, especially after how much positive feedback they saw from Piranha Plant. I think they would certainly be feeling okay about having a character like Poochie if they did choose to go with him. But that brings us to the end of this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about these choices and other dark horses you think might be out there for the future DLC. Are there any obscure characters you think might make it in? My Discord is open and the link is in the description below. My previous videos are on screen, so check some of those out if you do have some free time. Don't forget to subscribe with notifications on for more future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.